Representative Falk, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, your district, and your professional career.
Well, outside of the legislature, I farm on a fifth-generation family farm and also work in my family's seed business, which is what we do in addition to farming. So we clean, process seed, and do other types of food-grade exports. Quite a bit has gone to different Asian markets, which has been pretty exciting. And I'm in my third term in the legislature. I am one of a few farmers that still serves in the legislature, so I bring that unique rural perspective. And I have a wonderful district that is very agricultural based. It comprises Swift County, Chippewa County, most of Renville, and a portion of Candioi County.
What are your top legislative priorities?
Well, looking for this session, one of the things that I have focused on and continue to talk about is the need to rebuild our infrastructure. And this is not the budgetary year, but it's often kind of considered the bonding year, so I'm hopeful that we'll see a robust bonding bill move forward. That's one of the things that I know would benefit a lot of people. It would create some jobs in the near term, but also would put our state on a good road for economic prosperity going further when we have the infrastructure to support a growing economy. I'd also like to see discussion about minimum wage. I think that could be very beneficial to a lot of Minnesotans. We have a need for some veterans housing in the city of Montevideo. The city has worked extensively on that for a number of years, and that may be part of that bonding bill conversation, but I'll continue to be working on that. Another thing that I'm excited to work on is the state's faced a significant issue with aquatic invasive species over the last number of years. It's been a topic of contested discussion about how do we go and best address some of these challenges and threats, but we haven't talked about terrestrial invasive species, and that's one of the things, or land-based, that we should also be focusing on. I know most people have heard about the emerald ash borer, or they've heard about different plants like buckthorn or leafy spurge, and so we're trying to create a similar institute at the University of Minnesota to what we did with the Aquatic Invasive Species Institute, but this would instead be for terrestrial-based threats. And having some conversations with folks at the University of Minnesota, it also showcased a need for having some type of research to be done on dealing with weeds and other types of threats to our agricultural economy. And so we're trying to go and blend and merge some of these concepts together and figure out what we can do to put the right people, infrastructure, and the right teams in place to go and address some of these challenges that are facing our state.
What is the most difficult aspect of being a legislator?
I have a new perspective being a new parent. I've got at the time of this interview an 11-week-old daughter, and it's absolutely wonderful. And my wife and I are just absolutely thrilled. And we're having so much fun with her, but she definitely likes to stay up all hours of the night. And so having to balance the time requirements for just serving the people you represent, for focusing on the bills that you'd like to work on, attending the committee hearings, and all of the requirements of the service that this opportunity presents is a huge time commitment, but couple that also with being a new parent, it definitely means that I'm a little bit short of sleep.
Why did you initially decide to run for office as a representative?
It's a great question, and I'm thankful you asked it. It's one of the things that I truly believe, and I hold this to be the reason why I'm here, is that government can improve people's lives. That when we work together, we can accomplish things as a society that we couldn't accomplish as individuals. And we come together and we address big issues, big challenges that face our state, it's possible to make a positive impact. And that can be true for anybody. You can, the old saying is that every person can make a difference, and I believe that to be true. And so I'm here because I believe that we can solve the big challenges that affect our state by working together, and I want to be part of that solution.
If given the chance, who would you like to be for a day, or who would you like to exchange roles with?
You know, I just at the top of my mind, I think that for one day, I'd like to exchange places with somebody on the International Space Station, just to go and get a different perspective, because we're all here and looking at things happening in our daily lives, but seeing our planet and seeing our world from a different perspective and seeing it as one of a whole planet. I mean, because when I have to imagine when you're orbiting and you can look down and see the entire Earth, that it gives you just a different perspective, and you're working with people from around the world and hopefully for some common goals, because up there you have to really be part of a team. I think that would be interesting. And so if I could pick one day, I don't know how much I would enjoy living in zero gravity beyond a day, but I think for one day that would be a unique opportunity.
Representative Falk, thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.